And I have with me today as my guest Dawn Rumor from Sonoran Mystic Tarot. And we're going to give you free readings today. And just feel free to call in, and we're going to help you out as much as we can. And just, hi, Dawn.
Hello. I'm just checking to make sure you're on Facebook and you're up on Facebook.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, it's good to see you. Good to see you.
It's up. That's good.
Well, that's good because I can't figure mine out.
It's all good. All you have to do is look for Susan Grayson, and then once you see Susan Grayson, click on that photo, and the rest you'll go down. You'll see it. You're good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Dawn, how have you been?
No complaints here. No complaints here. Just getting ready.
A little bird told me that you have a birthday this weekend, and you're going to be going to celebrate in New York City. How is that?
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Yeah, and we had a good class on Monday night. Oh, Elizabeth is in, by the way. Elizabeth is in on Facebook, and she says hello. She's watching.
Hi, hey, Elizabeth.
Thanks for popping over.
Glad to have you here. Yeah, I can't get my thing to go live.
We had a good class on Monday night, a live class here in Phoenix on Monday night. And I was telling some folks the other day, I was like, there was a interesting person I was reading. We were in a group of 3, and one lady kept pushing about her relationship with her husband. And I'm like, I didn't want to go there because I didn't want to tell her what I was seeing, because we see each other. We're going to see each other often, you know. And she's not often there, but when she comes, and then I was like, and so this other one was saying, well, there's a problem with it, and she asked me, and I'm like, well, I'm getting your child. I see you have 2 kids, and I'm getting the one with the glasses, the one who wears glasses, and so forth. It was all about the kid because I didn't want to. The energy around her husband and her was like. But I'm like, I can't go there. So I wouldn't go there. Yeah. And she's like, well, what about my husband? I'm like, no, I'm just kidding about the kids. Let's focus on the kids for now. Let's focus on the kids.
Yeah. Sometimes, it doesn't help if you give people bad news, exactly. Maybe you need to tell them, you need to reevaluate your relationship, or, it's not for me to say right now. Or something like
exactly.
that. Yeah.
Yep. I said, well, I just going back. I'm like, the other lady gave you the good reading, but the other lady gave you the reading about your spouse. For some reason, I'm getting kids. I'm getting kids because I'm like, I don't want to go there. Yeah. And then we had a great reading. We had a great energy. The lady, the second woman that was in of the 3 of us in the group, we had a mediumship read for her, and her uncle came in, and he had died from cancer. And I explained that he had died from cancer when she was young, and that he was from a distance and this kind of stuff, and she's like, oh yeah, that was him, lung cancer because he smoked, and she's like, yep, that was him. So
wow, that's neat. That's really neat. So we have a few questions. First, I'd like to just mention that there's a psychic fair at the Rising Phoenix Spiritualist Church on Saturday, and it's from 10 to 3, and I will be reading, and we have other great readers, and it's $20 for 15-minute reading. And Dawn and I will both be, November 19th will be at the Purple Lotus Psychic Fair, and on December 4th we'll be at the Phoenix Psychic Fair. And on December 4th, Dawn and I are also going to do some platform mediumship for the group of people. And so whatever questions you have, if somebody, a loved one comes through, we're going to tell you who they are and what they have to say and what messages they have to give you. But anyway, do you have something to add to that, Dawn?
No, unfortunately, the yard guys just came, and so I need to go bring my dog inside.
Okay.
So keep talking, and I'll be right back.
Okay. Also, the first Thursday of every month at Rising Phoenix Church, Spiritualist Church, I give classes on mediumship, and I help you connect with the other side to your loved ones. So it's fun. It's just the first Thursday of every month. So you may consider doing that. And it starts at 7 in the evening. Okay. So when you call in and you have a question, make sure it's a general let us know if it's a general or specific question. We don't want to answer anything that's really too personal, or we'll do the best we can to help you. So, Communication X says, "Hi guys, would love a reading, please." So let me see what I can tell you, Communicate X. Okay. Okay. I want the truth. That's what it says. I want the truth. Okay. So what the cards are telling me, Communicate X, is there's some stuff you need to walk away from. There's some issues that you've worked at and you tried to make happen and make work and be successful at it, and it's saying let it go right now. And they're also telling you that right now would be a good time to take a trip. Take a trip will bring you a lot of happiness. It's like it's time to move on. Give it up. Whatever you're holding on to try to fix, it's not fixable. So let go and move on. Take a nice little trip. And I've got the sun for you, and that's the happiest card in the deck. So when you are willing to release this from your life, a lot of good things are going to happen. And Dawn's going to give you a quick reading too. So they want the truth, Dawn. We always tell the truth, right? We tell what we see. Sometimes we tell you what you may not want to hear, but we tell you our truth, the truth that we see, the truth, the messages we get from our guides and our loved ones on the other side, and all of them. Whatever they want you to know, that's what we tell you. Okay. Dawn, your turn. He is taking a trip this month, a good thing.
Yeah, I was waiting for the guy that he was blowing right outside the window, so I was waiting for his blower to go that way because it was so loud.
Oh,
so
no.
I muted the mic for that reason, because he was like, I'm like, damn, dude. Anyway, before I do this, Communicate X. To be clear though, when you said that I'd rather hear truth than a tarot reader not telling me, absolutely, I think that you in the moment and in the situation, it's not always the same. And so in this situation where this person will be every week, this was a group of us, and we come together every week, and we're in a class, and we help each other learn, grow, and develop. And so when you're seeing the same person every week, or every other week, or whenever they come from time to time, whatever, it is very different than I'm seeing somebody who walks into my office and wants a reading. And it's also very different than if I'm doing a reading for you across the internet, because I don't have to see you over and over again. And I don't have to worry or deal with those issues and make it uncomfortable for that person, or make them feel put them in a situation where they may feel uncomfortable because they now know I know something. So in that situation, I did not tell her because I didn't want to make her uncomfortable. And we were in a public forum where I'm talking to her, and beside me is another woman who will also see her over and over again. Where in this situation, and in any other tarot reading situation, we are in a private setting where we can have a conversation, and there is anonymity because I don't know the person, or I don't know much about them. You see the difference? That's the difference, is that this person I see over and over again, to not create an uncomfortable situation, then I didn't want to go there with that. And that's why I did that. But yes, anytime I do readings, generally speaking, you get the unvarnished truth, even if it doesn't sound nice and it's not pretty. So with that said, let's do your love reading. And it's like, now he's like, I'm not sure I want you now, because I'm not, it's like, oh, wait, don't give me a reading now, because you might know. Just kidding. So love reading, Communication X. I keep saying Communication X. It's Communicate X. Sorry.
Love reading. Okay.
So.
Well, you asked about a love reading, and I just don't see anything right now. It doesn't mean there's not going to be something. Everything is always changing. We're always in transitions. But it's saying right now you need to spend the time alone and rest and take care of you, because your past relationships have been somewhat of a disappointment. But you can have it all in this lifetime. Maybe you just need to look at relationships a little differently than you have from the past. but I don't see anything just yet. But it says you're going to have what you want. Thank you.
Yeah, the only thing that it's interesting because the first card I pulled was a Two of Cups, which can be a Lover's card, which is because it's the alternate Lover's card. But I also see again choices or conflict or a conflict of choices or whatever. And so this you want it, you definitely want it, but you don't know who they are and you don't know, you haven't gotten there. So again, you want the relationship. Again, you're not sure, and it's like I'm not even, this tells me I'm not sure that you even know how to go about finding the people and the right people. So my question to you is, you need to look at what you're doing to meet people, because that's what I'm getting. That's the problem. It's not so much the relationship; it's meeting the people and the right people. So you need to do some work on that. It's going to take a while for you to do that. Again, you're going to get through it, but it's going to be like 6 months. But you have to work on learning how to make again, it's like this, I get the feeling like you're not comfortable with making the connection. You're uncomfortable with putting yourself in situations that create the environment for you to find a relationship. So what I would suggest again is keep working on it. Put yourself out there, get social, stay social, communicating with people, that kind of stuff. And again, as you plant those seeds, again, another 6, I told you 6 months, and again, 6 is here. So again, plant those seeds, keep working on building up ways to connect with people, get out into the community, spend time with people, but don't spend time because you want a relationship. Spend time because you want to spend time with people. And by spending time with people, you're going to find somebody and the relationship will come that way. But looking at about 6 months.
Yeah. Okay. I'm having a little difficulty getting these questions from Bill. What's her name?
Elizabeth Kuntz.
Elizabeth Kuntz.
Yeah,
and what kind of question does she have?
She didn't ask for a
Okay,
question.
so Elizabeth would like a quick reading. Okay, Elizabeth, let's see what we got for you. Okay. Wow.
And my condolences, Liz, to you, the loss of your brother-in-law. My condolences. I hope that I hope his transition was, it wasn't. I'm sure it wasn't easy and quick, but I hope he went in peace.
Okay, so Elizabeth, I feel like whatever you've been going through, and it's been a difficult time with things ending and choices to be made and choices you may not have wanted to make, but it shows that you're going to come out of this and you're going to start feeling a whole lot better. Your health is going up, up in a good place. So hang in there, girlfriend. You're going to be okay, Elizabeth. Thank you.
Okay. And also, Elizabeth, make sure that you use your outlets to grieve and to let off steam. Make sure you're putting that in your art. Make sure you're putting that in your development of other things that you're doing. Make sure that you're using all of that energy that's coming in and converting it from a negative and from sorrow to something that can be so positive. Because from some of these most bleak moments come amazing art and amazing science, amazing skills. It's phenomenal. Do you know that when I think it was Magellan or Da Vinci, one of the two, when they were, I can't remember no, it may not be Magellan because Magellan was I think it was Da Vinci. But anyways, one of the great inventors actually did a large number of their inventions while they were held up in a private, their private setting, because they were afraid of the plague and they avoided the plague by being isolated. And yet in that dark moment when they feared for their health and feared for their life, they created some of the most amazing inventions that we use to this day. So know that again, in some of the darkest moments come, and look at Degas had, remember his life was a mess, period. And he suffered entire life, and yet his artwork is phenomenal. So again, you would be surprised in some of the worst moments, you can get some of the best inspiration and do some of the best things. So take that energy and focus it in a different, as it comes into you negative, focus it in a positive way and put it out there to the universe. You'd be surprised how amazing the things that you do will be, because again, that intensity, that passion is there. Even if it's a negative passion, or even if it's a sad passion, it's still passion. Okay? Keep that in mind.
Right. Who's the next person?
And Jojo's here too.
Joanna Marie has a question. Is it a general question, just a general reading?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see what we've got for you.
Is she up?
Joanna Marie. I don't have anything here. Okay. Joanna Marie. Okay. It's time to break out of your confinement. You have kind of controlled yourself so you're not moving forward. And, these burdens are going to be lifted very soon. And by spring, I feel like you're going to be celebrating. And there's like some awareness that you need to come to. And even though you may not feel you're in control, you are in control of your life. You're in control of how things affect you and how you respond to things. This is like an awareness to finally break out of this confinement that you've put yourself in and realize that life can go better, and it will go better. But there's just a special awareness that you're coming into, that you need to find yourself and move forward. Thank you. Dawn?
1 second. I am trying to send this out to send the live stream out to one of our to our Awakening Gifts Within.
Oh, okay.
So that they know you're live and they may want to pop in the group there. And then I also wanted to send it to one other group. Okay.
Oh, Seashells is here again. Hi, Seashells. Glad to have you on. She's following us, Dawn.
Welcome again.
Thank you.
Seashells. Yes. Hey, Seashell, do you want another? Also, Seashell, since you popped over, I think that earned her another question. Don't you think so, Susan?
Yeah, she deserves another question answered. What would you like to know, Seashells?
Yeah. Is there another question you'd like to ask yourself?
Can we help you? Okay. We have another question. Who's the next person, dear?
Vicky.
Vicky?
Vicky Hobbs.
Does she have a general question? Okay, Vicky has a question just for general reading. Let's see what's going on with Vicky, Dawn.
Good morning, Vicky. Good morning.
We're happy to have you here, Vicky.
Absolutely. Seashell says a general reading for the coming months.
Okay, Seashells. Okay.
And Vicky, if you have a question, let us know your question, be it specific or general.
I feel like Vicky, Seashells. I do feel like you're a good friend. You're a faithful, loyal friend, and this is very important. I feel like these next few months, it's all about having some fun and bringing some magic back into your life. You deserve it. You deserve to be happy, and that's what life is all about, making the best of things. So go for it.
Oh, excuse me. Jesus.
Bless you, Dawn.
Sorry, I didn't mute the mic, and I was trying to mute the mic fast, and I'm like, oh no, it's got to come out. I apologize.
It just shows you're human.
Susan was even ducking. Susan was ducking. She's like, holy crap.
No, I was picking up the cards I dropped.
Yeah, likely story.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness. Woo.
She's also asking for her lucky day. I don't know. Lucky day. Another reading. Okay. Girl, you're lucky. You're just lucky anyway. You're gonna be very well off, and it's almost like there's some opportunities coming for you in your profession, in your work area. So follow that. It's gonna bring you lots of luck and a lot of prosperity. Thank you.
Let me see what I got here for you. Let me see already. I love the images of these cards. These images on these cards are phenomenal. Again, it's that Dreams of Gaia deck.
Okay.
Look at this, Queen of Water.
That's very pretty.
You know, when you see the Queen of Water, remember that you're in control of your emotions, you're in control of your patience. Sometimes you're a little too quick to get tempered. And so make sure, Seashell, you control your temper. But more importantly, right now, you just need to control, to maintain and control and be patient, which is nice. Oh, wow. Look at this one, too. Good Lord. Seashell, are you in a relationship? Because if you're not, one's coming to you. If you are, then you need to rekindle this. You need to rekindle your relationship. You need to bring some energy, some life back into your relationship. But I'm sensing that you're not in a relationship, and I think that love is coming your way. And that is a good feeling. And maybe that's what the patience is about. And that third eye, look at that. The third eye is open. So you're open to this love energy, this new kind of love energy, the passion. But be careful. Be careful about the snakes in your life, because you don't want to pick the wrong person. So let's not go with the snake. Let's go with something.
She's single for too long, she said.
Yes. Well, guess what? I don't think you're going to be very much longer, because I don't know. Do you have a child? If not, don't be surprised if you get in a relationship and quickly a child comes along. So this looks like a very serious relationship coming your way. And again, one's on the way. So don't be surprised. That's what I'm getting. And
it could also mean the person she gets involved with will have a child. So like an instant family.
That is
Sometimes
true.
That happens.
That is true. That's a possible case too.
No child. She has no child. But, if a child's coming, it's coming one way or another.
Yeah, you will be having a child. This relationship is going to bring a child to you. Yep. So like Susan said, if not that, then, it's not your child, then it's going to be him bringing a child with him, though.
Okay. What's the next question, dear?
Did you get Vicki Hobbs?
I think I did. Did I get Vicki?
We haven't read for her yet.
Okay, Vicki. She just want a general reading?
Yes.
Okay, this is a reading for Vicki. Okay. I'm pulling cards. That's why I turned my head. So, okay. Whew. Boy, I want these cards. These are great. First of all, celebration. I don't know if you're going to be going to a wedding or a big party, or you're going to get married, Vicki. But this is all about celebrating. And this is talking about maybe next summer celebrating. There's money coming to you. So if you're expecting money or not expecting money, it's coming your way. And your dreams are going to be very prophetic. This is the moon card. So really pay attention and work with those dreams. Oftentimes in our dreams, we get visitations from loved ones on the other side, or sometimes they come and give a message, and sometimes they just say, hey, I'm just thinking of you. And this card is really awesome, Vicki. This is like a wish being fulfilled. Whatever it is you really want in this lifetime, it says you're going to have it. I can't tell you when, but it says you will have your wishes fulfilled. Thank you. Thank you, Vicki.
Vicki, I'm getting my nose is itching terribly. I don't know what's going on. Vicki, I'm getting twins energy. Do you have twins, or do you have a child who has twins? I can't tell whether it's like a twins energy. Is it boys? Do you have twin boys, or do you have twin grandsons who are boys? Because I'm not getting an age for you. I can't get an age yet. I'm trying to lock it in. But let us know, Vicki. Do you have twins? Again, I'm getting twin energy. Twin energy.
I hope Vicki's still there.
Yeah, I'm watching to see if she responds, but I haven't seen her respond to you. She says, let's see. The general reading, and then she says, God bless you. Biological twin from mom and aunt. Okay, that's the twin connection. Okay. Biological twin, mom and aunt. And is one of them passed over? Is one of them on the other side? Because I'm getting the connection. Is one on the other side, Vicki? Did one of them cross over? Did one cross over from Alzheimer's? Did somebody suffering from Alzheimer's? Because I'm getting Alzheimer's. Did one of them suffer from Alzheimer's, or is one of them suffering now from Alzheimer's? She said no, none of them crossed over. Is that what you're saying, Vicki? Then is one of them suffering from Alzheimer's, and therefore they're kind of in a different space? I'm getting some Alzheimer's, dementia, something like that. I'm looking over, folks, because I'm looking at the Facebook screen, so that's what I'm looking at when again, does one of them have Alzheimer's, Vicki, or is having some dementia issues? No, not that I know of. Okay. I'm just curious, because I was getting some. Anyway, well, I don't know why the twins. I don't know why they're coming in, but again, it's I'm being drawn to them, the twins, which is again your aunt and your mom, and I don't know why I'm drawn, but I'm drawn to some brain functioning, some issues. You may want to just touch base with them and see how they're thinking, how they're feeling, and while you're talking to them, listen to their conversation, because again, there could be a hint in there that something is starting that you may want to try to, if you sense that it is, that maybe you can nip it in the bud or get something taken care of to maybe help. I'm just sensing that there's something happening with the minds on one of them. And again, and I was drawn to the twins. And I don't think it's your mom, because again, if it's a mother generally comes through, they don't have to identify who they are because it's your mom. And so since they were drawn to show me twins and we know it's your mom, then I'm guessing it's about your aunt. Because again, if a mother comes in, if a mother's energy is here, we know it's your mom, and that's an easy one. But since I can't go directly to aunt, because then they'd have to give me some kind of other symbol, what they're doing is saying, hey, this is somebody who's a twin, and therefore pay attention to the twin. And so again, not your mom. So I think it's your aunt. Have a conversation with your aunt and listen to the conversation. See if it flows properly. See if there's some memory loss, something. Because again, I'm getting some fogginess and whatever, and it's kind of just a warning to say, hey, they may want to get her checked out, and if there's something happening or starting, that maybe they can contain it or whatever. So I'm drawn to give you that warning. That's what I'm giving. Okay.
And sometimes you can mention things and they're not aware of it at this time. And then a few months down the road, it's like an aha. Wow, I know exactly what he was talking about. I understand it.
Oh, she says that her adoptive dad passed away from Alzheimer's. And then she said, thank you very much. So, yeah. Okay, super.
And it could be them that are around her, spirit. Bill, who's the next one?
Sherry Burris, General.
Okay, Sherry Burris wants a general reading. Hi, Sherry. It's good to see you. Let's see what I can let you know today. Okay. Wow. I wonder if somebody in the family is having a baby or that you know of. This again is the birth card and the love card, and usually when I get these two cards together, it shows somebody's going to be pregnant and there's a new child coming into the family. It looks like you may be making some investments or something may be coming up with real estate or something you want to invest your money into for yourself, but this is going to be next year. And there's some really good news coming for you in spring. So I know you deserve this. You deserve a lot of happiness and love, and I wish it all for you. Dawn? Dawn's contemplating.
Yeah, I'm still stuck on Vicky. I don't know. The energy won't go away. I'm like, there's something else. Who has all the boys? I'm getting a number of boys, like 2-3 boys. Is that you? Is that a daughter of yours? I'm getting 2 or 3 boys, young sons. I'm getting young son energy. There's a whole lot going on in Vicky's life. Vicky, I don't know, because it's like sons, lots of energy, and I don't know what I'm drawn to here.
And it could be she may have a sibling that has boys.
Yeah,
that's what I'm getting.
Yeah. I don't know. And then, but you have, Yeah, I'm getting those boys, but and now I'm getting an uncle. You say your aunt's alive, but your uncle passed over. Your uncle is gone. An uncle has passed because he's here.
12 grand.
You have 12 grandkids?
Sherry Burris.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I don't mean to confuse anybody. I'm still stuck on.
You're still talking about Vicky, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still stuck on Vicky. Vicky, if you're still here, again, you have an uncle who passed over because he's here. Was he married to the aunt who was the twin then? Is that the connection I'm getting? And again, I'm getting the uncle energy, and then I'm getting a daughter or even her with like three boys and lots of boy energy. maybe it is Sherry then, because Sherry says she has all those grandsons, and then she said her uncle just passed. So maybe I'm confusing. So maybe I did move on, because Sherry said her uncle just passed. So here, maybe, and again, the 12 grandsons. So maybe I am with Sherry. Maybe my mind, I just in my head, I haven't released yet. Okay.
Maybe Sherry was just popping in ahead of time.
It could be. It could be. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Sherry.
Sherry, do you know if there's somebody that's going to have a baby in the family? Maybe, or possibility, maybe even next year finding out? Maybe. Oh, okay. Well, she's thinking about it.
Yeah. Hasn't responded yet, but sometimes it's the delay, Susan, because Facebook is a little more delayed than is YouTube. Mm-hmm.
Well, don't forget Saturday, there's going to be a psychic fair at Rising Phoenix Spiritualist Church, and it's on Encanto, and it's in Phoenix, and it's only $20 for a 15-minute reading, and I'll be there, and we have some great readers there, and we have some great vendors. There'll be all kinds of stuff. And then remember that also on November 19th, Dawn and I will be at Purple Lotus Psychic Fair. And December 4th, we'll be at the Phoenix Psychic Fair. And we'll also, Dawn and I, at 10 o'clock in the morning that day, December 4th, we will be doing platform mediumship. And we'll help you connect with your loved ones on the other side. So it'll be great to have you at all of these functions. Yeah.
And Sherry Burris, back to you. You haven't received, she said, my youngest daughter is what she said. So what was your question, Susan? Having a child, right?
Yeah, I felt like there was a baby coming.
Yeah, her youngest daughter is having a baby. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Great.
And also on the other side, Sherry, Sherry, you have Arizona energy, so you live here, right?
Yeah, she's in Arizona.
Oh, she lives here. Okay. Oh, you know her?
Yeah.
Okay.
She goes to the Rising Phoenix Church.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Well, welcome in then. I didn't know. I had not met you. Yeah. And Sherry, but did you lose a son? Did you lose a son when you were? It's been years. It's not recurrent, but because I'm getting son energy with the uncle. So the son came through to bring the uncle. The son showed up to help the uncle cross over. Jay, is his name Jay? Your son, was his name Jay or Jay? Jay. I'm getting Jay. I don't know if it's capital J or J-A-Y or Jack. I don't. I'm watching her thing here. Was it Jack or Jay? Jacob. Okay, Jacob. Okay. Yeah. Well, guess what? Your son came to help your uncle cross over. Your son brought your uncle over. So your uncle's transition was smooth, and your son wanted to let you know he's with him. And so it was a smooth transition. It was a smooth transition, and the son wanted to come in, and the son wanted to remind you that he loved you and that you were an amazing mom, and that you don't. He's telling me you didn't hear it enough. I'm looking at the phone. Sorry, I keep looking at the phone because I'm waiting for responses. I'll put the phone here, so where I'm looking. Again, Sherry, he's telling me that you don't hear it enough. That he thinks that everybody's so busy and life is crazy and all that you don't hear it enough, and that you needed to hear it today. That he loves you, and that you were a great mom, and that he was blessed to have had you. Also, when he transitioned himself, it was meant to be. He was not here. He was not meant for a long term. He was meant for a short. It was meant to be. So don't. Nothing could have been different. Nothing could have changed. His exit would have happened no matter what. So know that he transitioned in peace. He is happy over there. Life is good over there. And, there's no regrets. But he loved you as a mom. He loved. Is your dad? Is Daniel? Is there a Daniel? Is the father? Is it Daniel? I'm getting a Daniel. Does Daniel resonate, Sherry? I'm waiting for her to say something here. I'm getting Daniel. Anyway, something about Daniel too. Anyway, that's what I'm getting. He just wanted to let you know he helped your father come across, and I mean your uncle come across, and that he's here. So and that he loved you, and again, you were a great mom, and you needed to hear it. Okay. Yeah, he was murdered. Yeah, the son was murdered. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but again, nothing could have been different. Again, that's what he was again earlier when he was talking. Nothing. It was meant. His time was meant to be short, and I won't say it was predestined. I can't do that. I won't do that. But what I'm getting is he was not meant to be here a long time on earth. He was meant. His lifespan was ended when it did, and it would have happened some other way. So again, you couldn't have done anything different. Nothing would have changed it. That's not. And he wants you to know that. It's like he did what he needed to do here on earth, and now he's doing what he needed to do over there, and he's always watching over you. Cousin Daniel. Okay, cousin Daniel. Okay. Yeah, he mentioned Daniel. So something about cousin Daniel. Was he close to Daniel? Was Daniel going through some mess or something? Because again, he was mentioning Daniel specifically, which is interesting. So great energy. God, he's such a warm spirit. He's such a warm spirit. Yeah, interesting. And yeah. And now he's telling me, yeah. I don't know. This one, I can't get the, it's a C word. He's a C word. Clarence? Clarence? No. Clarence. Claude. Claude.
Could it be a Charles?
No, it's Claude.
Charles.
Is his dad Claude? Does that make sense? Because let me look at the phone. Sorry. I know I actually had a premonition that he was going to pass. Okay, that's Daniel. You're married? You're still married to his dad, right? Because yeah, he's telling you his dad's Claude. Is that right? So Sherry and Claude. I don't know. Anyway, I think he's just trying to give me some confirmational energy to let you know that. Anyway, so yeah, Claude is my husband. Yeah, okay, because he's mentioning Claude. So interesting. Good. Well, with that said, I'm going to have them step back. I don't. Again, most importantly, he came to let you know that he helped the transition and that you are loved. Okay, so that was good.
That's beautiful, Dawn. Thank you, Dawn.
Yeah. So.
Wow. Okay, who do we have?
Donna O'Connor, General.
Okay, Donna wants a general reading. Donna O'Connor. Are you here, Donna? Okay, let's see here. Okay, Donna wants a general reading. Okay. It looks like I feel like it's time for you to go visit somebody, visit family, and a male in particular. I don't know if we're talking about your dad or maybe a son or something, but it's talking about seeing somebody in the family. There's somebody you need to go and visit, need to take action on this. There also may be some legal issues, some papers you need to sign, and they're saying you need to move forward on this. It's been kind of like dragging, not working on it, and it's time to work on it. It's time to move forward. They're really telling you it's time to take a lot of action. Some things you've been putting off because you just didn't feel like it was the right time. Well, now it's the time. So move forward, go and visit this person, spend some time with them. This is important. So the time for waiting is over. It's time to take action in the next month. So I wish you the very best, Donna. Thank you.
I'm going to turn to the cards on this one.
Got him. Yeah, there's one farther out.
Yeah, it's interesting. Donna just said that it's her dad. He's dying in the last stages of vascular dementia. Yeah, and I was thinking it's interesting because my mind was thinking a DNR, a DNR when you're talking about paperwork, and so that kind of confirms that a do not resuscitate type order, which is interesting. What else am I getting here? Donna, are you having some issues right now with your empath abilities? I know you're gifted. You have yeah, she says you got that in place. Good. Yeah, I'm getting this. I'm getting. I know you're gifted, and I know that you are. You're definitely somebody who embraces the metaphysical. I'm getting the sense that you, again, read tarot and stuff. But is your empath stuff kind of like overwhelming you right now? Because I'm feeling like you're being. And I don't know if it's because of your dad's situation that has kind of opened those wounds or opened those doors. But I'm getting the feeling like your empath abilities are like overwhelming you right now. They're being a lot. It's like too much. And I think you need to learn you have to learn to put like the gold Christ light around you or the gold energy or something around you to help you block some of this, because I'm getting the empath is just so strong. So like right in your face, right in your energy. If I were you, I'd be looking at ways to protect myself from all this energy. Again, it's not bad energy. It's just in the past you've been able to maintain and control it, where right now I think you're very raw, and again it's really hitting you, and a lot of it's getting through more so than it usually will be. So so Donna, I would be looking at ways to put in place some things to help you keep your empath abilities in check, so that you don't let them get out of control, because again, it just seems like they're overwhelming right now. There's just a lot of emotional. You're very emotional right now. You're running on emotion and energy. And also I'm feeling like you need a. I know it's like, and I know it's trite, and of course you need a rest, but I'm saying seriously, you need to rest. You need to take another like 24 hours and unplug, and you just need the 24 hours to like lay your head down, to just kind of turn off everything and anyone. Again, put a gold Christ light orb around you if you need to. What I would do is, and I'm going to give you this. You may already do this, and because again, I'm sensing that you're in the metaphysical community. I'm sensing that you are in, you know all that's going on. You understand energies and all those things. You're very intuitive. You're very psychic in your own regard. But what I'm saying is visualize a gold circle, a gold plate, a gold ball, whatever you want to do. Reach out and start stretching it, visually stretching it. Seeing your hands if you have to stretch it. And stretch it and stretch it and stretch it until it's big enough, and then put it around you and covering under your feet and everything. So you're standing inside this gold orb, and that will block the energies that come at you. If you want to bring somebody into your orb and you want to feel their feelings during this time, then you push the orb out and bring them into the orb but isolating everybody else, and then bring the orb back in. And again, the more you want to feel, you can push it out and feel a little more. But you really need to, again, keep it close to you right now, because such chaotic energy I'm feeling around you, and such, again, bombardment of all this energy, of all these emotions. And you don't need everybody else's emotions right now, because you've got your own you're going through. You're strong, you're trying to stay strong. You're trying to stay focused and keep moving and deal with this in a very logical way. But again, the emotions need to be dealt with. So keep that in mind. Let me see some of the comments. If you've, yes, it's too much. I need to block family's projection of hurt. Absolutely. And protect myself and energy. Absolutely. That's what I was getting. So yeah, try that, the gold orb, the gold Christ light orb, or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter what you call it. It's a gold orb. And when it's around you, it protects you, and it blocks those empathic energies. And again, that's what I'm getting, is that tons of energy, crazy energy, and you need to block it. You need to block it for now. And also, Donna, I'm telling you, somehow figure out a way to turn the phone off, the cell phone off, the regular phone off, the emails for one day. Find some place. Go to Sedona. Go to a vortex. Go to some place where you can sit and just allow yourself to feel yourself, and let yourself deal with what it is you're going through. Another great place is the church over there on the wellness center over on McDonald, I think it is, or not McDonald, but the other one. They have that it's amazing. They have a garden in the back with the maze and so forth. It's such a healing.
Like a Unity Church? Is it a Unity Church?
No, it's a Catholic church, believe it or not. But yet there's so much positive energy, and it's a wellness center attached to it, and it's on Lincoln, I think it is, or something on Lincoln. It's somewhere it's in Paradise Valley, and
it's like a retreat place.
Yes, exactly.
It's on Lincoln. Yeah.
Yeah, and they have that garden behind. They have the garden behind it with the Tranquility Garden and the maze work, and this little chapel where you can go in and just it's in the back by there, as well as the new big chapel. But the little chapel is amazing. And I sat in the chapel in the big chapel one day, and the image of Christ came, and I have the pictures. I need to put them up because all of a sudden I was like, how come you're not listening? And all of a sudden the face comes up in the white wall, and I'm like, holy crap! And I took pictures, and I still have those pictures, and it blew me away. So I think you need that. Yeah. She's the next of kin to my dad, but it is crazy energy around me. I really appreciate this reading. Been feeling really upset today. I'm in the UK, so we'll find a sacred place to visit. Absolutely. Do that. Do that. You will not.
I have to say one thing. Dawn O'Connor, I see you on Facebook all the time, and you give beautiful messages, and you're so sweet and loving, and give all that back to yourself. You deserve it. You're beautiful.
I've got to look her up. I've got to look, Donna. I'm going to look you up, and I'm going to add you as a friend so I can watch your stuff and check me out too if you want to. I'm in Sonoran Mystic Tarot is my Facebook page and my YouTube page and my TikTok page and my Instagram page.
So if you want a personal reading, a private reading, you can contact Dawn at Sonoran Mystic Tarot at gmail.com.
Yeah.
And you could want a reading with me, it's sgrayson2 at msn.com, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Yeah.
And we will be at the Purple Lotus Psychic Fair on November 19th and the Phoenix Psychic Fair on December 4th. And Dawn and I will also at 10 o'clock on that day, we will also be giving platform mediumship and helping you connect with your loved ones on the other side. Do we have another question?
No, I don't have anything.
No. Okay.
I have a question for you, Susan. Explain. Help people understand mediumship a little better, because I think a lot of people have misconceptions. So kind of give them a little tutorial on what it is when you do mediumship, what it is you're tapping into, and how do you know that it's mediumship versus you lost your mind. And you know what I'm saying?
I think we've all lost our mind at this point. No,
Exactly.
Actually, we all have these gifts. We all have gifts. Sometimes our loved ones send us messages. Like we may hear a song that reminds us of them, or we'll see a name that reminds us of them. And these are all little ideas that they're telling us. We're around you. We love you. We haven't forgotten you. We've never left you. We're just not in the physical form. Oftentimes we will have dreams and our loved ones will come in, and sometimes they will have a message for us. Sometimes it's just saying, hey, I'm doing great on the other side. I love you. I'm around you. But they are around us all the time. Our spirits, they are in the spirit, so they're not in the physical form, but they are with us. They're with us all the time. And, if you can meditate, we don't have to meditate for hours. We don't live in Tibet. We don't live in a cave, and we don't sit for 8 hours a day. We're very busy people. But if you can just kind of shut down for a minute, 10 minutes a day, that's all you need to do is really just connect to the other side. And if you're having a hard time, just close your eyes, focus on your breathing, and then just ask your loved ones, your angels, to be around you. And if you're having a really hard time kind of getting rid of that chatter in your head, you're thinking of, oh, did I do this? I'm going to do this next. Just stop for a minute and say a mantra. Say, I'm at peace. I'm at peace. And this will help you get into that mode where you're at one with the other side. And you'll notice the more you do this, you'll start feeling your loved ones around you. Maybe there's a little hummingbird that reminds you of somebody, or a butterfly, and they often come through in nature, or maybe your lights will flicker or something, but they are with us. And, but they're busy with their lives too on the other side. They're very busy. They do things, they travel, they do everything. But what I try to teach is people to bring in that light, bring in that love, bring in those guides that will help you connect to the other side. And it's very beautiful. They've never left us. And Sometimes they come through and they give us messages, and or sometimes you get a hunch about something, or sometimes you hear your name being called and you say, wow, that sounds like my grandmother calling me. And it probably is, but she's on the other side. And but just know that, even though they're not in the physical body, they are with us. Their spirit is with us always. The love is always there. So, if you really want to get in touch with your loved ones, try to get to the point where you're not watching all this news and negative stuff and focusing on the problems in the world, because that lowers your vibration. And when you connect to the other side, you need to raise your vibration. And just try to see love and light around you. See it within you and see it around you and see it in everybody. We're all in these challenges, and we're all walking that same road, and we're trying to get there. What do you have to add, Dawn?
Well, most importantly is when we're doing mediumship work, sometimes we're gifted the fact that we can reach out to you because you want to bring somebody in. But more often than not, the most important thing is the spirits control that transition. So if the spirits want us to communicate with them for you, they come in. If they're not for some reason there or don't want that or whatever, it doesn't happen. So it starts with spirit. It doesn't start with any of us. It starts with them. And once they're ready, and if we are in the same proximity to the person they want to reach, and because what happens is they're like opportunists. I hate to say it, but it's true. Spirits are opportunists. They can't always come in clearly. And what they do, they try to connect to the person, but the person doesn't hear or doesn't want to hear or can't connect the dots. And so when they find us close to a person that they want to reach, then they're like, hey, I know you have the skill, so I'm tapping on your door because you can connect us to them. So they're opportunists in that way. But again, if we sit down to read for you and say, okay, well, I'm going to guarantee somebody's coming in, that never happens like that because it can't guarantee it. You don't know who's coming in, because if spirit doesn't want to come through, they're not coming through. But
the spirits are in control. Spirits are in control.
Absolutely.
You're not in control. So whoever, you sit down and you say to a medium, I want to contact my dad or whatever. Well, maybe somebody else has been trying so hard to get through and they have a message for you. And that's what's important.
Yeah.
So you have to just be receptive and open to whoever wants to come through, whoever wants to give you messages and love. And, it's a beautiful thing.
Yep. So again, it's not a parlor trick. It's not one of those things that you can pull a rabbit out of the hat, a spirit out of the hat. It doesn't work that way.
Right.
If they want to come through, they'll come through. If they don't want to come through, no matter what you do, they're not coming through. And it's just that simple.
And Dawn, we can all develop these abilities.
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
a matter of, finding the time for yourself and being sensitive to the world around you. Developing your hearing and everything. Close your eyes and just kind of listen. Learn to see. It's because there's so many gifts. Maybe you have the gift of taste or the gifts of smell, and so when a loved one's come through, you smell cigarettes. Who was it that smoked so much? But that's that person that needs to be known. And it's we all have these gifts, and sometimes we develop them in a simple way. Some people do automatic writing, or some people do scrying, mirror scrying, or crystal balls. And I've written a book, and it's coming out hopefully before the end of the year. It'll be published, and it's all about how to develop your psychic gifts, how to protect yourself from different energies and everything. And it's to help everybody, because that's what we're here for. We're here to help each other, and that's why we try to share our gifts with you, and we try to help you develop your gifts.
Seashells ask, is spirit from one family or from someone random who is connected to a living person? Spirit, when we say spirit's the energy that's out there. So spirit usually was never a person, not a person. Your spirit guides can be somebody who was in this family with you, or somebody who was in previous families with you, or had connections with you in this life or previous lives, or not even connected at all. Spirit guides can be entities that have never even known you until this point. So the first part of your question is spirit itself. Spirit is again just an overall feeling of energy, but the spirit guides that are around you, again, they're there for purposes, but they come and go as they need them, as you need them. But more importantly, they don't necessarily have to have known you in this lifetime or been around you in this lifetime or anything else. They can be at any time throughout your existence. And again, they may have been married to you at one point in a previous life. They may have been, somebody who hated you in a previous life. There's no common bond to what a spirit guide is. They're there to help you. That's the most important thing to know is they're there to help you. They're here to walk you through certain things in your life. And often they come and go based on your needs. And if you're not needing that right now, then you won't see them in a while. And then they come back and another spirit guide will come in because maybe that spirit guide's better equipped for this transitional phase or whatever. So,
well, you got that right. So for instance, say if you're in college and you're really having a hard time with a particular subject, like algebra or something. So what you can say a little prayer, like, please bring in the spirit guide that's going to help me with this algebra class. And they'll come in. They may come through dreams, and they may just come through your thoughts. But our spirit guides, we usually have, I know I have about 7 of them. Most people have 7 spiritual guides, and they come in and out of our lives when they're needed. Maybe you need a spirit guide to help you through a relationship or through something. But spirit guides are usually people that have known you, but not necessarily in this lifetime. They may have known you in a previous lifetime. And before you came into this lifetime, they chose to help you. That is their job, to help you as much as they could with their knowledge and with their experience and wisdom. So they are always with us. Our angels are always with us. Our angels are the ones that perform miracles. There's certain things, we are limited being in the physical body and in the physical world, but when you need help or you're worried about one of your loved ones, I always say a prayer to my angels. Hey, I can't take care of the situation with my kid or whatever. I will say, hey, angels, please come in and surround this loved one with light and protection and kind of release it and hand it over to the angels. If there's a reason for them to perform a miracle to make things better for their lives, they will do it because we can't.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Hello, Liz McIntyre. Good to see you popping in here. Nice to see you. Liz, I hope you're doing well. I was sensing that you're having another health crisis, but if you are, blessings, and I'm sending you healing energy, but good to see you there. And then Patricia Wells Green is on Facebook, Susan, and she wants a general reading. She's on your Facebook.
Patricia, let's see with Patricia. What can I help you with, Patricia? Let's see. Okay. Patricia is just working so hard. I mean, everything seems to be a burden right now. You're going to get through this period. It is a challenge. It's got some bumps in the road, but come spring, you're going to look at different situations or a situation differently where you're going to have some answers, and that's the time to take action. It's right now you're going to have to just hang in there and struggle, but know you're not alone. You have loved ones and angels and guides around you. Ask them for help, but you will get through this, and you're tired and you're a little worn out. So take a break a little bit as much as you can. Take some time out for yourself because there's some good things getting ready to happen for you, and they will. So hang in there, dear.
It's interesting. When I heard Patricia, I was instantly drawn to a song that I haven't heard in years. And so I think it's relevant to you, Patricia, because it came right into me. It's an old song by Conway Twitty. No, it's Tammy Wynette. And it says, he said, hold on, Patricia, I only tried to kiss you. She said, okay, and then said, don't you dare. So I'm feeling like that song has a relevance to you and where you are right now. I don't know if you're in a mood of like, leave me alone. I don't want or don't need something. I I don't want your affection. I don't want your love. I just want to be left alone. It's like, I feel like you're in this kind of a state of mind right now of yes, in the past, maybe you, but I don't need love, care, compassion right now. I just want to be left alone. I want to be, I need to be within myself. I need to be with myself to heal or something, because that song is too vivid for me right now to be ignored. So I don't know if you've been going through something and it's been really, again, been eating at you, and you feel, and you don't want everybody else to be, you don't need them to be constantly, oh, we're sorry, or whatever. It's like, just leave me alone. Leave me alone. That's what I'm getting, this kind of energy of back off, back off. Very strong energy of that. And again, that song hasn't come to me in years, and I even forgot the song until it came. I'm like, holy crap, wait a minute, where's this going? So get that feeling. I'm trying to think of, she says that is right. I just looked at my phone here. She said that because my phone is sitting right here when you see me look over. She said that's right. Oh my gosh. Well, this again, the one thing, Patricia, is I don't know. It just comes. It's like you're going to get over this. It's going to pass. Don't make enemies as you get through this. Don't make enemies. Of course, But yeah, it's good. You're going to get through this, but you're going to have to. You're going to have to work through it. And again, yeah, I think you're right. You're the only one that can help you through this. You're the only one who can walk this path. So just take it as one day at a time. Yeah, geez, yeah. I don't know. I'm feeling heavy. I'm feeling like a really heavy space you're in right now, a really heavy place. And but have faith and have hope. That's probably the more important thing to know. Just have faith and hope that you're going to get through this. Okay. I think if she said might need to move. Any advice? I think that I feel the sense of that would help break. I do believe that would help break the log jam.
There's the moving card. Yep. I would say yes, but it's not time yet. But come around April, May, you'll be ready to make that decision and to make it. People are draining you. Everything's draining you right now. But there is light at the end of the tunnel, and you'll know what to do come April, May, and that will be the time to take action to do it.
Yeah. And you're not from Arizona, right? You're because I don't get Arizona energy with you. I'm not exactly sure where you are, but I also feeling you're in a cold climate, a climate that gets cold, and be careful about if that is the case. Be careful about that. That you don't let that. Yeah, you're RNAZ. Okay, for some reason I was feeling you weren't. Wow, interesting. Because I'm feeling cold climate. So, are you thinking about moving to a climate that has like 4 seasons? Are you, because I think you're contemplating a move already. Are you looking at, do you need the 4 seasons? Is that, because that's what I'm getting. I'm getting a cold climate. So you need 4 seasons. Wherever you're going to move to, make sure it's a 4-season place. I think you need seasons to help you. Chicago. Okay. Her family is in Chicago. Yeah. I think you need to transition to a 4, and she's from, yeah, it makes sense. I think you need to transition back to a 4-season climate, because I think that, that again, that helps you shake things up and adjust. I think
I'll just confirm what you said, because the Tower card is like starting all over again. You got the Death card, new beginnings, but you've got the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like this would be a lucky change for you. I would definitely move there. Consider it.
And you have a granddaughter. Do you have a granddaughter? I'm sensing, God, you may not be old enough to have even a daughter, but I'm sensing you have a granddaughter. And is your granddaughter, if you do, is she an AZ? And is that one of the things that you have to kind of deal with is do I leave her? Do I not leave her? And because I'm getting the sense that would be part of the equation is do I want to not be part of her everyday life or a closer proximity to her everyday life? She says yes, and yes. Okay, yeah, because I was getting that energy about the granddaughter. I totally get that you want to be part of her life, but there are times where you have to put yourself first, and you have to do your healing, because if you're not healthy, then you're not healthy for her, and therefore it's not good for the people around you. So you need to look at your health. You need to look at what you can do for yourself, and get yourself into a healthy space, a healthy place in your life. And so even if that is part of the equation, I truly stress to you, focus on what's going to make you whole and healthy first. And then once you're in that healthy place, then you can make other choices. But if you're not in a healthy space, you're not the 100% wonderful grandmother that you can be to your granddaughter. Okay? That's what I'm saying. So I think a move is in order. And I think, again, you've already thought about it, but I think you needed confirmation. I do think a move is needed. And again, you need the 4 seasons. You need to be able to mark time, because again, it seems like things just drag on forever when you don't have the seasons and you're used to marking time by season. So you know that, hey, spring's coming, things are going to change. Fall's coming, things are going to change. And when you're in one climate that has a little variation, that you don't feel that same way. So I do believe a time and a change is needed. And so I think it's good for you if you do. Sorry, Susan, didn't mean to dominate. It just was hitting me.
No, I think you did great, Dawn. We love you. So what's the next question here? From who?
The only thing I have, seashells said they had a dream. It was like the message, and she wanted to know something important's about to happen.
Seashells had a dream. She wants to know if there's some significance to it, or
Yeah, it's important.
Okay. Dawn, do you want to address that?
Patricia says thank you, and you're welcome, Patricia.
Thank you.
She says, if something very important is going to happen to me, I dream it like a message. That's good, because that means the spirits are talking to you, Seashell. You should be sure you should have a dream journal by your bed. You should be listening to your dreams and making notes on them. So where when you wake up, because once you wake up within a short period of time, you're going to forget your dreams. So what you should have is a dream journal beside your bed and writing down your dreams, and then start looking at your dreams. And there are probably more prophetic dreams that you have than you can imagine. It's just that you haven't quite figured out that that's what they are, but they are. And you're getting messages from your spirit guides from that way.
Didn't you tell Seashells that she was going to have a relationship?
Yes.
Look at this, lovers in love coming into her life. So that is what's big and different. And
Yep.
you also have some money opportunities, some new business ideas or prosperity coming, and a sense of peace. You're going to have a sense of peace about who you are in your life. I mean, I feel like your dreams are just making you aware of the changes that are about to come to you. And they're pretty good changes. I'd be excited if I were you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Would you like to talk about your experiences with mediumship, Dawn?
Well, I for so long said I wasn't a good medium, or I wasn't a medium, and I took a class with Darren Britton, and he's like, you got to stop saying that, because if you say it, then it's prophetic. You're putting it out there to the universe. Yeah, I'm not a medium. So guess what? You're not a medium. And and your medium spirit guides move backwards. They step back because they're like, okay, he's telling me he's not interested in us right now, so we have no role right now. And so it's interesting. Once I stopped doing that, and once I said, I do mediumship, I am, all of a sudden the light came on. And through his class, I learned so much, which advanced me quickly, which was nice. But I can tell you that the mediumship stuff is, again, I'm with you. It's born in you. As Loretta Lynn said, it's what you got born in you. And it is born in you. And you just have to develop it. You have to embrace it and nourish it. And it comes to light. It comes to the forefront. Otherwise, again, it's suppressed like a lot of other things. We suppress so much in our lifetime. If you only knew how much if you only stopped and took an inventory of how many things we've suppressed in our life, you'd be amazed. I mean, it's like, how do we even function because we suppress so much?
And don't you also feel like you have to have trust and faith, because things come through to you? I remember when I first used to do readings 40 years ago, and I would say, wow, I mean, I don't understand this, but I see you on a flying trapeze. And it's like, do I say that? But I said it. And she said, yeah, I was in the circus for a few years.
Yeah.
So, you've got to just trust the messages that you're getting. I mean, they can be wild and crazy and unfamiliar, but you have to know that there's a reason you're getting those messages, as crazy as they can be.
Absolutely. And again, the other key to this and any kind of work with this, the spirit work or light working, whatever you want to call it, is you have to learn to suspend disbelief. Because if you go in with your own belief structure and you say, okay, I everything's going to make sense to me, you've already lost the battle, because it doesn't have to make sense to you. If you're sitting there reading somebody and they're talking about their fourth ex-wife, and you're thinking, well, that makes no sense. I don't have fourth ex-wife, so I don't know how that works in this situation, whatever. So you don't mention it. You missed the whole point. It's not you you're reading somebody else, and he may have had 4 ex-wives, but because it doesn't fit in your world, you ignored it. And that's why you suspend disbelief. Whatever may come, you spit it out there, because again, if it's not part of your existence, does not mean it's not reality. It's just not your reality. And so, and Susan's husband is somebody who I tested it with first. And that's because one time Susan's husband and Susan and her husband were in a class with me. And that's the first time I saw somebody get shot down in a helicopter. And I remember mentioning it, and I didn't know his history at all. And I said, this doesn't make sense, but somebody got shot down in a helicopter. And he's like, yeah, I was. And I'm like, in my world, when you get shot down in a helicopter, you're dead. You're dead. It's like nobody survives a damn helicopter crash.
And he was shot in the neck too.
Yeah. And yet I saw it, and he's like, yeah, I'm like, and at that point I'm like, what the hell? And that's because, thank goodness, I had suspended disbelief. But on that one, I thought it was so outlandish. And I'm thinking, have I lost my mind? But I did not lose my mind. I kept my mind out of it because it was not my mind's business. It was spirit saying, hey, the person in front of you, this is their experience. And in that situation, it gave me so much. That one experience gave me more confidence than most anything else has, because it was the most far away from what my world said. But I listened. And when I listened, it proved right. Because again, I suspended my disbelief.
Right. Yep.
And
it's like, the sad part is we go to school, we start as a child, and, we're programmed to think in a certain way and to develop these gifts. And you have to be open and receptive to other ideas, not just what you were taught growing up. And, you may have grown up in a family like I was, and we're very strict Boston Catholics and Irish, and you thought one way and you did this and that, and it's trying to move yourself away from the normal. We're not normal, Dawn.
No, I'm far from normal, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'm letting my freak flag fly, because it's like, I don't want to be normal. If this is not normal, I'm good. I love not being normal.
Right.
Absolutely. So I'm like, yeah, baby, bring it on. I'm good. Absolutely. And it's interesting is that we're hearing all this BS, this political BS. I'm not getting in politics, but all this political BS about indoctrination. The reality is, when we are born, we start getting indoctrinated. That's what society does. We were born into a family. We're born into parents, and we're indoctrinated that our parents are God. Our parents are end all be all. We're indoctrinated that usually our parents' religion is ours because they start going to church. It's not that we chose our parents. It's not that we chose our religion. Generally speaking, we don't initially choose our religion because our parents connect us to that religion. Absolutely. And all of a sudden now we're Catholic, and we're like, why are we Catholic? Because I'm born Catholic. For no other, and then we're indoctrinated into it. So throughout our lifetime, every time I hear the phrase about indoctrination, I'm like, that's what life is for. We are indoctrinated. And what happens is at one point, the indoctrination of certain religions, of certain people, you can't be having premonitions because they're not real. So now you're indoctrinated with the fact that part of you that is real, part of you that was perceiving things, it can't be real because it doesn't fit in their parameters. So again, you're indoctrinated to believe it's not real, or that you can't think that way. And then there's times where you wind up talking to spirits. As a kid, you have imaginary play friends. Usually, sometimes, most of the times, those imaginary play friends were not imaginary. They were real, but they were spirits, or they were something else, and they were there to help you pass time. But you're told, oh no, it's just a phase. You're going to pass out of it, and they're not real. They're not real. Eventually, you believe into it because you're indoctrinated. So it's fascinating when I hear that word. It drives me crazy because I'm like, we are all constantly indoctrinated. You're indoctrinated to grow up and marry someone of the opposite sex. And then yet, guess what? Our natural inclinations for some people are that ain't going to work, and we don't go there. But again, that indoctrination. So when you talk about your gifts are there. They're born in you. And then we're indoctrinated to be ignoring them. All we do in our world, Susan and I and everybody else that does metaphysical stuff, we just say, hey, wait a minute, I'm going to peel back the indoctrination. I'm going to open up that chest of stuff that I suppressed and take the cobwebs out of there and let them fly free. And all of a sudden, guess what? I'm hearing voices, I'm seeing things, I'm told information that helps other people. That is what this is all about. And again, it's letting you be you to do whatever. And if
it's not by accident or coincidence that these things happen to us.
Absolutely.
I do believe before we come into this lifetime, we do choose our parents. We do choose the experiences that we have to have in order for us to grow spiritually. But, maybe being born into a family that's, very narrow-minded and everything, maybe you were born into that family to try to open their minds, to try to give them a different outlook. Exactly. And help broaden their perspective. But, nothing's by accident. Nothing's by coincidence. No. Whether people believe it or not, we've lived many, many lifetimes. We've had all these experiences, and people that come in, sometimes you recognize them. Your soul recognizes them from other lifetimes. And sometimes, it's a good thing and sometimes it's a bad thing. But, if you think it's all by accident or coincidence, you're wrong. It's not.
Exactly.
There's reason for everything.
Yep.
But we are here to grow and to grow spiritually and to help each other.
Yeah.
And to spread the love, right?
Yep. And it's interesting, Susan, to let everybody know, we learn our vocabulary of psychic abilities through hit and miss. We have to figure out what it really means. And do we really understand what it means? And it's fascinating because a few weeks ago, I had a dream of Tina Turner in a coffin. So I started seeing Tina Turner dead. And I was like so depressed. I'm like, oh no, not Tina. And this happened 2 weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, I don't know. And after that one, that evening I had that dream. And the next morning, Loretta Lynn died. And I'm like, wow. Okay, so I said, that's not Tina Turner, but it's interesting because she was a singer and I loved her. She was my favorite singer of all time. And so I'm thinking, well, that's interesting. But I thought it would be Tina. And here I get the news it's Loretta. And then I think it was last week, I got the Tina Turner dream again. And in the morning, I found out Angela Lansbury had died.
Wow.
And then 2 days ago on Monday, I think it was Monday, Sunday night, had the Tina Turner dream again. And I'm like, okay, is this the day I'm going to wake up and Tina's dead? And woke up, was watching a little bit of TV, and they come on and said that Leslie Jordan was killed. And, in the car accident, and I was like, Leslie Jordan, no. So I now have a symbol that when a star is going to pass, I can't yet get my spirit guide to tell me how to figure out which star, but I am now very convinced that anytime I see Tina Turner in a coffin, and I hate to use that symbol, but that's what they gave me. I wish they'd choose me something else because I don't want to see Tina die. But every time I see Tina Turner in a coffin in my dream, the next day some known star dies.
Maybe so Tina Turner knew all these people too.
Could be. There's some connection, or I don't know. But all I know is that I'm trying to work with my spirit guides to help them to give me a better way to understand. Okay, I know somebody's dying now. Tell me who is, instead of telling me somebody famous. I want some name, please, or some. I got to figure out a way to do that. So, but I wanted to tell you to show folks, that's how we build our vocabulary. We build our vocabulary by getting confirmation that the same thing's happening over and over again every time we see a symbol. And for me,
a lot of it is, like you say, problem solving.
Exactly. Yep. So anyway.
Great. Well, just remember that I'm going to be at the Psychic Fair Saturday, and it's only $20 for a 15-minute reading. And this is at Rising Phoenix Spiritualist Church. And that Dawn and I will be in November 19th at the Purple Lotus Psychic Fair. And December 4th, we'll be at the Phoenix Psychic Fair, and we'll also be doing some platform mediumship that morning. So we just want you to all come and enjoy everything. And, everywhere we go, there's really good readers too. And there's some vendors. There's just some awesome things. When I was on my cruise last week, and we made a stop in Santa Barbara. And what did my son say? Well, let's look for a metaphysical store, because he knows where my head's at. So we found a great metaphysical store. And then when we were in Long Beach, we found another great metaphysical store. So everybody's trying to grow. Everybody is learning. And, we sure appreciate you coming in and watching all of us. And Dawn, you're the best. What can I say? So if you're on Facebook and you want to like and share and comment, and please subscribe to us on YouTube. We appreciate all that. And remember, for private readings, you have Dawn at Sonora Mystic Tarot at gmail.com, and I'm at sgrayson2 at msn.com. And Bill's trying to tell me something here. What is it?
Jolene Estella is watching.
Jolene?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Jolene, would she like a reading?
She didn't say. She just said she was watching.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Jolene. Let's see. I'm going to pull some cards for Jolene. Dawn, do you want to pull some cards for Jolene or give her some advice? Jolene. Ooh.
Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man.
Well, you've got the High Priestess card, so it's time, my dear, to really go within and start working on that spiritual path that you're on all your life. And now it's time, and there's some really great opportunities coming for you next year. But it's saying, there's some things you're hanging on to that are not good for you. They're holding you back from really enjoying yourself. And it's time to put all that emotional garbage away and leave all that history behind you. And when you walk away from it, you're going to be happier, and just all these wonderful things are going to happen for you. A lot of opportunities, particularly this next year. So it's time to move ahead. Good luck to you, Jolene.
You got to move it. You got to move it. But Jolene, anything is possible. Believe in your dreams. Listen to your dreams. Believe in your dreams. Anything is possible. If you're wondering where you're headed, what you want to do next, listen to your dreams. Your spirit guides are telling you in your dreams what you should be doing or how you should be moving forward. Now, they're not going to tell you specifically go to the next street and take a left and go further. They're not GPS. So they're not going to give you every specific detail. So don't wait for them to give you every count, every cadence, every turn, every whatever. But again, they're going to give you the generalities and let you know where you need to be and how you need to get there to a degree. You have to fill in the details, okay? But know that they're telling you that listen to your dreams, because they are talking to you. Again, I love this because they're trying to awaken your creativity. I don't know what you've been suppressing the creativity inside you. I don't know if you just kind of said, okay, I don't have time for that right now or whatever, but open that up. Let that be free. Let yourself be free to experience the total part of your brain, not just the logical side. Let that creative side run through. Interesting. And it's interesting because I love this card. A very loving, caring, giving person. Love flows free from you, which is nice. Again, don't let that change. Don't change based on what's going on. Let that continue to be that loving, caring person, and that energy comes back to you tenfold. That's what I got.
Awesome. Do we have anybody else?
Elizabeth McIntyre is watching.
Elizabeth McIntyre is watching. Hi, Elizabeth. So good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Thank everybody for joining us.
We haven't seen Liz in a long time. Liz, we got to find your way to you, or you got to find your way to us, or something. Liz brings always such love and light when she comes in. She's always such energy. It's like, I love it.
That's what we need, more loving energy. It's a good thing.
Absolutely.
So, is there anything else you'd like to add, Dawn?
Nope, not for me. I'm good. It was a good day of reads. Good, lots of good energy today. Lots of very positive energy. Well, not necessarily positive. Some of the energy was like a little bit sad, and I get that. But there was a lot of energy today. That's a lot of strong energy. How's that? Strong energy.
Beautiful energy. Yes.
Yes.
It's all
yes.
good. It's all good.
Yes, and from the previous, I think it was the previous readings we did on through my pages. Again, sending love and light to that woman whose father is, in his last
She's
stages.
going to go visit her father. Yeah. It's time. It's like she's
Yeah.
put it off for a while. Yeah.
Prayers to her. Prayers for the smooth transition. Prayers for what's ahead of you. I know you're strong enough. You'll get through this, but it doesn't hurt to hear that we are here for you. That people are sending love and light. So we are going to send some love and light your way.
Good. Well, are you going to join me next Wednesday, Dawn?
I probably will be same bat time, same bat channel.
Okay. Well, I have to have you again, John, next Wednesday. And again, I want you to enjoy your birthday this weekend in New York City. It shall be great.
Yep.
Well, thank you all for coming. And remember, we're going to be at those psychic fairs. And we really appreciate you guys coming in. And thank you. Is there anything you want to add, Dawn?
Nope. The people need to see you on here more often. So more than one day a week, Susan. You got to start getting on more than one a week.
He's twisting my arm, and I'm still trying to understand it all. Yep. And I have to thank my husband. He's been writing down the questions because I don't see the questions. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, love to all of you, and we'll see you guys soon. Yes.
Susan, if you go to your screen where Bill's picture is, do you see his picture?
No. I have to make the screen small.
Oh, hit escape. Hit escape.
Okay, escape. Okay, escape.
The upper left-hand corner.
Okay, now I see the questions and everything. Yeah.
Do you see Bill there? A picture of Bill?
Yeah, he's gray.
Click on that button and turn the camera on so people can see him and say hello.
Okay, let's see. We want to.
There you go.
Okay.
That's Bill, everybody. Say hello, Bill.
That's my husband. That's my better half.
Say hello, Bill.
That's my husband. That's my better half. Thank you, everybody. We love you, and we'll see you. Dawn and I will be on here next Wednesday. See you Oops, I got to turn that off. Okay. Well, thank you, everybody. God bless you, and we'll see you next Wednesday, if not before. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.